How are we all going today, beautiful people? Sorry about the husky voice. I'm not trying to be sexy at all. I don't use the word trying. You know, as it is, it's these type of days with Melbourne, it always gets you. So just recovering from the man flu. I was going to say the bird flu. So how are we all going? Just waiting for everyone to get on. Absolutely fantastic. Just when everyone's getting on, just write a little short message from where you're getting on from, how you're feeling today, what you want to get out of this live stream. Hey, Matty G, always first to go, bro. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Yeah, and just write a short message. You know, let me turn this down. Otherwise, I'll be screaming. Is that how, you know, what do you want to get out of this? Firstly, how are you feeling within yourself? You know, some of these terminologies that I've used, are you finding them? So, look, I'll even just go over some of them now. You know, a big thing a lot of people say, hey, Cameron and everyone else that's on, good to have everyone on here. Fantastic. So, and please tell me if I'm wrong. A lot of the things that obviously speaking to a lot of people throughout the day, see people how they show up or how they don't show up. A lot of the thing that keeps it's on a lot of people's lips and it seems like a trend is life's hard. A lot of relationship breakups, you know, hating life. Everyone seems to be going in circles. Not everyone. Let me use that technology, or let me use that abbreviation a little bit better. The reason why I call words technology, because they actually are. The more advanced your words get, it's a form of technology. Yeah. You know, some people find this a little bit hard to fathom or to process, but what happens is everyone can show up on social media or to the public looking all fantastic, rainbows and roses, but doing and studying human behavior, human patterns, human technology, human advancement over 8 years, you understand how people show up or they don't show up. And a lot of people are saying, I'm okay. And the scary thing is the people that are saying, I'm okay, actually aren't. And the reason why I really want to go deep with this, because what I'm going to be teaching you all, this used to be me. Yeah? I'm Fort Myers, a follower, beautiful, absolutely love it. I'm going a little anxiety, but I'm all good. Absolutely love the honesty. Thank you for being on. And I always love to teach for what I've been through, yeah? And a lot of people can apply it. A lot of people can, you know, relate to it. Some can't, but that's okay. You know, what I say, just take in what works and discourage what doesn't. And another big thing a lot of people keep talking about is they take steps forward and then they end up taking more back. Nikki, how are you, my sister? Mark and I are here, excited to be on today. Awesome, thank you very much. I much appreciate you being on, and you saying that actually gets me more excited. So thank you very much. Isn't it powerful? See, what Nikki just displayed then was the understanding of, I've been doing a lot of research, and why I call words technology or language technology is because Nikki just sent that little message. And that actually increased my hardwiring. Yeah, it actually made me feel good, but it's a sign of technology. And there's a lot of research going into that our words are technology. They're either going to advance someone or they're going to regress someone. What that means, put someone forward or put someone back. And we use our own technology in our own minds, which is quite scary as well. So a lot of people say, I'm okay, but they really aren't. I'm used to this pain, you know, I'm way below my potential. I might as well, you know, people get used to just functioning. People just get used to existing. People are motivated in pain. And this is the majority of the world, that most people are motivated in pain because they've had enough. It doesn't feel right. And unfortunately, when people are motivated at that motivation or inspiration, I won't call it inspiration, or that activity, is that you're actually being motivated from a top level. You're not motivating your soul. You're not motivating who you truly are. And that's the real scary thing. So I'm going to go over a little bit of pre-frames here so everyone starts to understand it. A lot of people abuse their bodies. Yeah? Their first point of contact is themselves. So if they're not liking life, so many people are struggling mentally. Yes, Cam. Yes. And it's really sad that I know a lot of people in some very powerful places, Some have a lot of responsibility and they are struggling. Hey Ange, my kickboxing sister, how are you? Watching while in the dentist. Awesome stuff. Look, I don't know if you won that fight, but was it a right hook in that MMA fight? Looks like you dropped it. So awesome stuff. And I'm very motivated to come down to one of the dojos to have a bit of a chat to the people about the leadership, about mindset. So we'll have to put that in the books. This weekend we've got our workshop. Then I'll be flying out to Bali next weekend and be setting up for the retreat. So yeah, love to get on a call with you even before the weekend. I'll be filming for my reality TV show or this week, but we'll make it happen. Yeah, no excuse. And it becomes on my part, no excuse. People are abusing their bodies and they just say, I just can't do it. So a lot of people, even before they get into the activity or they get into the situation or the interaction, I can't do it, it's getting hard. You know, I just don't, it just doesn't feel right. The thing is, well, let's be honest, yeah? If we even open our mouths and say, look, I can't do it, it's hard, I'm not like you, I don't have what you have, what that shows me is that the person truly doesn't want to change. The person doesn't really believe into understandings. And a big thing that, you know, Maddie's on here, and a big thing that we really teach is understanding, getting people out of doing mindless activity. Yeah, mindless activity. What that means is doing activity without getting the result, which doesn't feel great. And another thing, what happens with that as well, instead of creating haves and wants, there's no power in that. They are materialistic, artificial, superficial band-aids. I want that and I must have this. There is no feeling behind that. There is no fulfillment behind it. That doesn't build character. That doesn't build human belief. That doesn't build human behavior or human souls, yeah? It doesn't build better humans. So the thing is, a lot of coaches are going around these days talking about haves and wants. I have created this and I want to make $1 million. The problem with that is, and if you can see that, there is a really, really underlying issue, because people out here are understanding that they're talking about haves and wants, and what that is that doesn't create into a better person. That is like putting bits of plaque, bits of just, if you're making a beautiful sculpture, you're just grabbing huge, hey Kelly, good to have you on, grabbing huge clunks of clay and you're just putting that on a person. And you can see that that is basically a band-aid for people that need to talk about what they've got or how much money's in their bank account. What that is showing insecurities, yeah? People saying, well, I know this person and this has happened. Look, there's a way that you can share your wins in a way to inspire and motivate people, but there is a way where people come out of their insecurities to say, look at me, because they want to gain exposure, credibility, and authority through bank accounts, through clothing, through materialistic haves and wants. But the only problem with that is, there's many problems, is we as humans, we are function and we have the drive, and what actually makes us into better humans is moments and experiences. Because moments and experiences is what makes us, is that moments and experiences is that gives you a life of fulfillment. That gives you a life of undenying purpose and passion. Because if you look at that, think about this. You know that you've had moments of experience with someone that you love, someone, your family, a puppy, good friends, at my retreats, with my boy Matt, with Cameron as well, with all my clients. Those moments and experiences make me feel 1,000,000 times more empowered as a man and as a leader as if I have $1 million in my bank account. Yeah? And that's just me. That's just me. Maybe someone's going, fuck, are you serious? So, changed my life when I put the tools to live in the moments and experience. There you go. And Cam put something, I just want to have a look at that. 8 weeks of no drinking, watching the diet, doing the internal program, the difference it's made. Yes, it has. And look, I'm talking to some of Cam's friends and you could say family, and to see how much you've changed and to see how much they've witnessed that is truly amazing, mate. And it's an honor to have you in our community, call you a friend, call you a brother. And it's the same as Matty G. Matty G's flying over again from Perth to be at the workshop this weekend. Then he's going to be over in Bali with me. So when I mean to fly over Bali to me, because I'll be there before him. So that's going to be absolutely amazing how much he's growing, and that's why we're so we're just so excited about becoming the #1 transformational space here in Australia. Australia. Firstly, because it needs it, and then let's hit the world. Erin goes, I am passive, the ability to let things, family struggles, bills, on discussing husband, he says, don't have the ability like you to stop trying and make it stop. How do you help me with, the struggles mentally? Okay, so I'll give you a bit of feedback with that, but send me an inbox and I'd love to speak to you one-on-one. So then, for what I've got planned for this, we can roll it out. With bills and that and understanding and, bills, struggles, by struggling or putting any thought into that, is that going to change anything? What you need to always think of, and this is a simple strategy I call the safety net. Worrying about anything, is that going to fix it? No. What is the solution? Always living at cause, always finding a solution, always wanting to move yourself forward into a better perspective. Okay, you're struggling with bills. Okay, what is there to do? You can even get more hours, because putting energy into worrying about the bill isn't going to change that. And then when they say about the mental side of things, that you can make a situation as big and painful and sit there and make you feel disgusting, and you argue. What destroys most relationships? Yeah, arguments about money. And this is the thing, is that it doesn't need to be that way. Like here, you got the flame. Yeah, I don't want to pull this up. You've got the flame sitting here. Yeah, it's normally on, and you put your hand on it, and your hand's burning. You move your hand from it, because that is not going to change the problem. By having a bill or stressing out about something, what you need to understand is you can make it as big or as small in your mind, okay? And we'll go deeper in this. This is the biggest thing why people fail. Firstly, that is the biggest reason. I've got this backwards, so I have to move back against the wall. That is the reason why people why they fail. Why do you think that? Why do you think that? Why do you think that people fail? And that's it, because of that. Firstly, if you call failure or anything like that, you're putting yourself, and in your mind, you're saying that I have failed. I've given up. There's no way around. It's not. Your internal language is everything. You haven't failed. Can you change it? Can you change your life right now? Yes or no? Answer it. Can you change your life right now? Or are you stuck where you are? Can you lose weight? Can you make more money? Can you change your relationship? Can you get out of your environment? Are you tied down? No, you can change it. All this is a challenge. It is a challenge. So what people understand is, I'm failing in life. Life is hard. Your language is everything. What you say, you believe. What I want to say to people now as well, and I want to go over this, if you say life is hard, you can't do it, then really you need to sit down and be very, very mindful of what you're saying and basically what's happening. When my clients come to me and they say, look, Lee, I've been doing the inner work. People who are comfortable being stuck, yes, they are. Yes, if I put in the work, exactly, loving it, love the truth. And people are comfortable with being stuck, and because they don't want to do the work, they don't want to, they have this internal battle, because the reason why they have this internal battle that change your thoughts and actions in your life, that's exactly right. That the human spirit and the subconscious mind is highly moral. And it is understanding that what you need to know, that you need to be able to put forward and understand that when you are going forward into a subconscious understanding of absolutely everything, that you need to know that when you are growing and why you are growing, because the human spirit wants to be and have that understanding of you being the most pure understanding of yourself. So a human spirit always wants to grow. It always wants to evolve. It always wants to be healthy. It always wants to be safe. It always wants to be evolving. But the thing is that people's, unfortunately, their self-respect, their outlook on life, their opinion about themselves, their self-worth, their negative ego keeps fighting against the human spirit, and they will make excuses. They will say, I'm okay, so then they don't have to face it. But you can see that they're not. There are so many people that I can see screaming that they want help, because they're on the live streams, they're getting on calls, they're doing that. I said, okay, cool, all right, you ready to take the next step? We're going to go, we're going to put you into a program, we're going to put you into an accountability. And unfortunately, it's so sad that they do absolutely everything in their perspective to not be able to do it. And it's really sad because in another thing, in relationships, the reason why relationships are so great at the start, because at the start of a relationship, you're in that intimacy and you're concentrating on all your partner's strengths, and it's new, it feels great, it's exciting. And at the start of the relationships, it's fantastic because you're discovering stuff about yourself. You're discovering things about your partner. You're focusing on the strengths. You're focusing on the sex. You're focusing on all the good stuff. But as you go through the relationship, it's like anything, yeah? When you get a new car, it's fantastic. Oh, I love it. I clean it every day. You know, you're going to armor all that and all the details, and you focus on all the amazing things about your car. Unfortunately, what happens over time with the human advancement in psychology is that you start to focus on, oh, I don't like this, and I got a scratch, and this doesn't make me feel the way it did. The car hasn't changed, you have. Your partner maybe have changed, but it's like you have changed towards that. And the reason why relationships fail, reason why friendships fail, reason why business agreements fail, because you're either not putting in the inner work for yourself to see greatness in others, because if you start seeing bad in others, then you have created that within yourself. So one big thing that I've discovered is that if someone comes to me and they're not upholding themselves anywhere near their potential, yes, I will bring it to my attention. Yes, then I will create a solution for, okay, how can you lead this person? If the person doesn't want to be led, then what do you want to do? Do you want to keep creating it? Because what happens is a great leader or coach or whoever will keep seeing greatness in people, but people don't see greatness in themselves. So you end up doing that. And it only comes to a point, even in relationships as well, comes to an agreement that to save relationships, to save marriages, to save whatever it is, you know, boyfriend and girlfriend, man and lady, is focusing on the strengths, is going back and understanding it's not a failure. Because every time you talk to your girlfriends, oh, this one does this and this one, and you're just focusing on the bad points. But what about the strengths? What about coming to the partner and saying, hey, why are you functioning at anything below who you are? And why are you understanding that I'm coming to you and understanding, okay, this is where you're going wrong. This is where you're going right. You're so much better. What about this skill? You're intelligent. There's no need to get angry. You're a beautiful woman. You're a great mother. You're a great father. You're a great provider. Because you start leading that, and the technology, as we call words, and we're going to start using that word, it's called technology. Technology and energy is to make humans shine. Give you an example. Where people like to fail is that they will have pain within themselves or not liking life, and they would like to inflict it on others. I had an amazing, I won't say coaching call, I had a meeting with a client on Saturday. It was Saturday. And you know, this client really needed some guidance. He's got so much potential. He's an amazing person. And, you know, and the interaction wasn't great. It was start and stop. It was throw the spanner in the, in the engine. And it was just, and there was a lot of time that was wasted that could not be. But instead of me going, well, you know what? Fuck this. This is not working. This person's doing my head in. I don't need to deal with that. Okay, what is my role? My role is to show other people what they can't see right now and to be able to take them to a greater existence, yeah? To be able to grow them into a better person, so on and so forth. So I want to give you a quick example as well. That my team or my personal PAs will send messages out to people, and people would look at it as spamming. People would look at it as, why have you messaged me? It's a bit impersonal. That is their own problem. But if they see the value, I've just given you an opportunity. You can't see it right now to change your life, because where you're at right now is nowhere near you deserve. But people will look at that in a rude manner. Well, I think it's impersonal and you could have done it this way. And hold on a second. I'm not worrying about marketing. I'm not worrying about that. I'm in the game of empowering and saving people's lives, taking people out of so-called failure, removing that personal shit and putting people into a better lifestyle. But if people are taking that away and go, oh, well, you could have done it like this, and, you know, it's a bit impersonal, and, you know, well, I'm not going to, you know what I'm saying, people? Really wake the fuck up to yourself, because at the end of the day, you might not know me and my team or what we're doing, but the people's lives that we've saved, the hundreds of thousands of people, the people in the community that we've got, they know that we're doing it. Yeah? The reason why I'm saying that, because if you're looking at negatives in every area of life, in one area of life, you're looking at them in all areas. Yeah? So there's maybe a reason why you're single. There's maybe a reason why you're struggling. Maybe there's a reason why you're not liking your body. It is because you're focusing on energies which don't serve you in other people instead of going, hold on. Because I'm going to let you know, give you an example of something. I probably get tagged in over 500 tags. Some are crazy, some are stupid, some people obviously want to bring that awareness. And you know what? I have never ever said one. I had to say it's probably to 2 people because it was just getting out of hand and they were saying something which was ridiculous and it was to save them. Please don't tag me in your post. Because the thing is, if people are tagging you, it's not the real world. Facebook's not the real world. And they're doing that. And, you know, some people are using your network. Then great. If you're a coach, aren't you there to help grow people? Aren't you there to help in any way you want? Or are you just going to pick and choose? So that's why I think most of you coaches out there are full of shit. And you're inspiring and you see people that they want to come help. And you've just been on it for 30 seconds, not 8 years. And that's really sad. Because if you're showing up like that, you want to just be the limelight. You're showing like that in every area of life. That's why you are taking 2 steps forward because you're faking it. And when life gets serious, you get thrown back. That's why in relationships are getting hard because you're just showing up or you aren't doing what you need to be doing, showing up to be able to make a whole. So 2 halves that make a whole. 2 whole persons make a whole. So just give me a second. Computer just turned off. So with these, keeping these in perspective, it's all got to do with understanding that with life, with failure, and why people are finding life so hard right now, it is because you turn your switch off and on. One thing I've understood that in life, you're going to be challenged. But in life, if you want to have an understanding of being healthy, being fit, then you need to put that time in. If you want to have wealth, there's no switch, you become wealth. You are that person. And you can see people that are faking it. You can see people that are putting on these, videos, or they go into these coaching institutes and they've got this. But at the end of the day, you aren't coaches. You can go anywhere and get the certificate. You need to be living it. You need to be a person of inspiration. And this is the exact same thing what's happening with a lot of people these days as well. Why you're struggling or why everything is failing, it is because you are too out of here. Your programming does not match what you desire. So you are focusing all on this stuff out here. I want to change my life. I want to attract a beautiful woman. I want to attract a beautiful man. I want to be successful. I want to have wealth. I want to be able to, have a body of my dreams. I want to live in a nice area. I want to be a person of contribution. But people aren't living it. And you can see most of them, they're full of shit. They are. Because for one thing, if you meet them and you see their patterns, you see how they show up, you see how they don't, you can even see them physically, you can see their energy and their aura, you're so way off alignment, and this is why you're failing. Because I know this was me. And there are times when I will step into that and I'm way off alignment. Like I want these desired outcomes, but my programming is nowhere near that I'm going to get it. This is the reason why. Because I don't press the pause button to the outside world, which is set up to fail, or it's set up for conformity, it's set up for failure, it's set up for you to find life hard. And then I go into my inner world, I align, I connect my programming with my thoughts, with my feelings, with my beliefs. Then I take the right action I need to take every day. So then I have 2% every day, and over 2%, it's a compounding interest. And before you know it, you're going in the right direction. Yeah, I don't want to jump, and people want the quick fix everywhere. But this is the thing. If you haven't tuned up your machine, if you haven't tuned up your vehicle, and you want to go, boom, you want to go fast, the wheel falls off, boom, you flip the car. Most people don't get out of that. But if you've spent the time to tighten up your wheels, to give you an understanding of, where you need to go, to put in your GPS, so it's that to have the great fuel, so you're going at a rapid speed, that your tires aren't, they're not aligned, but you've made sure that they are aligned. You made sure that you've given yourself an amazing tune-up. Then when you are going to where you go, it's not hard. It's not like, why aren't I getting the result? So this is a really big thing as well. People are failing, and I'm saying failing because that's how you guys relate to it. People aren't getting what they desire. That's the technology I like to use. It is because you truly don't want it bad enough. You truly don't want it bad enough. The thing is, what I see is people say that they've got no time, but I see them on Facebook, I see them in groups messaging and throwing up messages here and there, and it's a fucking waste of time. You need to understand it's efficient effort. Efficient effort, doing the do to get the result that you desire, and doing it easily and effortlessly without choking yourself. So what that means is, I see people putting a lot of energy into messages, into this, into that, into pages, into a lot of other stuff, but they are going in circles because at the end of the day, that stuff is urgent, but it's not important. As Tony Robbins teaches, that the important things in life are the things that is going to get you the result. I'm going to further explain. A lot of people, and I say this with love, contact me and say, Lee, life's hard, I need this, I needed to go and do that. But then they make every excuse that, I need to go shopping, I'm moving house, I can't today, I'm not ready. And I'm like, fuck. It's really sad that anyone can say that they can put anything else more important or in front of them improving themselves, changing their hardwiring. Because guess what? You won't put that in front of you. You won't say that I'm not ready. You won't say I'm moving house. You won't say I have to go shopping or I don't have the time and money. When life comes and gives you a big slap across the face and you're like, fuck. When people leave you, when you are diagnosed with an illness, when you don't have any money in your bank account, when that happens, you'll go, oh, I need help. And it's too fucking late, people. The reason why people they are failing in life, because they don't want it bad enough. They don't work on it every day. They want to jump from here to here and they don't get from here to here because no one does, and they go, it doesn't work. Yeah? And then what happens is they're really good at focusing on everything that they don't want. And they're around people that aren't going to grow them. And, you know, and their habits and routines aren't even existing, because I even know this. My team, I can see who's into the routines and who doesn't, who just gets up and takes a picture, you know, to show them accountable, and who writes that. But you can tell that they're so way off where they want to go. And I just have to switch off to it, because it actually, you know, me being the leader of my organization and the CEO, it gets to a point where, fuck, you can't hold a gun to everyone's head, but the truth, you know, when it comes to the crunch, because guess what? If they say they're going to fight, and this is so to speak, yeah, and obviously it's not a fight, I'm like, hey, have you been training? Yeah, I've been training, you know, you can show up, but then when the camera's not on them, they're like, okay, cool, so we're going to get in the fight, and the guy to get in the fight is going to be at the workshop, we're going to get in the fight, it's going to be at the retreat, or that. Okay, show me how you can fight. They aren't ready, and you can see that. You can see when things that you've taught them, they haven't applied it. And at the end of the day, it comes down to a perspective. People want to get their own personal false feelings in the way of their growth. So a really good self-sabotage pattern that people do, they will say, you know what, I don't want to listen to Lee because he's got too many tattoos. He used to be this and that. He's a buffet. How can he help me? But you're on my live stream. Do you know what I mean? And when you come down to the realization and the truth, just give me a second. When it comes down to the realization to the truth, that you can actually get that, and stop worrying about using that for, oh, see that? Bought a catch, it's like a ninja. Stop worrying about understanding or worrying about other things that don't serve you. Start concentrating on what is the result. Because your false opinions, your false beliefs, and this is what happened. People want to, you've got a puzzle, a beautiful puzzle, and you've got one more piece of the puzzle to put in. And people want to scramble up and go, oh no, it didn't work. The reason why they do that, and they want to look at points and bad things on every perspective of life, because they're too scared to put in the work, and they actually know that they're going to get there. The reason why this is you can tell, and it's a proven fact why some humans function like this, it is because they are in your environment in the first place. They're looking for growth in the first place. If they didn't want to change, they wouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? If they didn't want to change, they wouldn't be. And you can even see the change in people. After doing this for 7 to 8 years, you know that people want it. But what happens is then they will let their ego get into relationships. They will let their ego get in the way of them losing weight. They will let their ego get in the way of them, you know, helping others, making a living from it, or doing whatever they need to do to grow to be that better person. And it's actually really sad, because you see so many people showing up fake, yeah? And the reason why people are in this path of failure, because at the moment, they say, the pain isn't bad, so maybe, what's going on. And they go, okay, I'm okay, but it's not you're being okay. Do you just want to scrape through in life? Do you want to be jumping from house to house? Do you want to be jumping from relationship to relationship, giving yourself to anyone? Do you want to just be going in circles? Do you want to be scraping through Centrelink? Do you want to be, and then you say, oh, look, I'm good now. Hold on a minute. Is that the way you really want to be living? Oh, it's okay. No. Don't accept anything but exceptional. This is where the human, and this is an epidemic, yeah? The humankind, or the human fucking race, are used of accepting disgusting, way below potential results. Oh, but it's just life. It's the way it is. No, it isn't the way it is. And this is what people are starting to understand. They're so comfortable of being in their comfort zone, and then they do anything in it. And then you know what happens? And if you don't care about yourself, but if you're in your comfort zone, other people are going to be led to go back in their comfort zone. If you're nowhere near the way you should be, and you're emotionally all over the place, and you're not getting the results, if you've got children, what do you think they're going to be watching? You, and the results you don't have, and the person that you aren't. Great, let's just make more broken people and bring that in. And guess what? Coaches that are, showing up, telling people what they need to hear. Coaches showing up to say, hey, guess what? You ready to make more money? But I'm broken. I'm going to let my insecurities on you. And we're going to make more broken people that are chasing wants and haves, that are going to have these maybe decent bank accounts, but are absolutely broken, that are going to coach and train more broken people. And all we're caring about is putting money in the bank accounts, having a materialistic have a materialistic band-aid. Fantastic, great, cool, really great strategy. Not. So these are the scary things that a lot of people, enough is enough. Enough is enough. Are you okay of just doing, and this is, look, let's just wipe this out. What I was going to end with, that the way you get shit done is, firstly, you have to stop fucking pretending. Firstly, you need to find in yourself that you deserve nothing but greatness. You deserve to have what you desire. And the way you're going to do that is by every day reminding yourself, getting yourself in a routine, a ritual, whatever, of loving yourself enough to do better. Loving yourself enough to, there is so much information out there, people's books, there's so many things out there that you can learn from, but it's how you apply it. Read a book, put it down, and sit on a couch. Watch this live stream, don't do anything, go back and sit on a couch, or go and have, go and do something, just, go and bullshit and bitch to a girlfriend, or have a glass of wine. Do something which is not going to get you the result. That's what most people do. Because guess what? This live stream might, and it will, change your subconscious to a point. Yes, it might make you feel a bit inspired, but it's taking the hidden messages. It's taking the strategies which I've been throwing at you for the last, half an hour, to be able to apply that. Because some of you might be just going like this, oh yeah, I'm watching that, or, I'm doing whatever, but hold on a minute. Is that going to give you the best result, or is it going to give you some results? Do you want some results, or do you want the best result? Oh, just settle with some. Not good enough. And that's how people function. And another thing what happens is, you need to understand, when you're growing yourself, when you want to get away from failure, yeah? When you want to break away from hating life, going in circles, 2 steps forward, 5 back, I'm okay, but I really aren't. When you want to stop lying to yourself and understanding, well, I'm just used to in pain, so on and so forth. At the end of the day, when it talks about abusing my body, I just can't do it. Look, I'm just going to settle for this. That is not right. It isn't, and it doesn't feel right, because everybody wants to have some sort of health. Yeah, you don't need to be a rippling bodybuilder or a Barbie doll, but you want to look at yourself, you want to have the energy, and you want to respect your body. Yes or no? Of course. Anyone that says it is lying. Everyone wants to be, everyone says money is evil. You're full of shit. The reason why you're full of shit, because if I gave you $1 million, would you take it? Yes, you would. The reason why you say it's evil, because you don't have it and it keeps you in your comfort zone. Simple. So stop lying to yourself and start saying, well, I deserve it. You don't need to have money to go and look at me. But what about helping someone, helping your family out, helping homeless, helping people that don't have that, being able to grow so then you can help people through that? Not bad, yeah? Don't worry about fucking Versace and all that and cars and look at me, I'm flying around here. That is for wank wank, yeah? If you want to be a wank wank, keep doing that. What about for contribution? Giving back to others. Having that understanding of that, because the thing is, we are all leaders. We are all born leaders. It does not matter who you are, what you've got. No one else can be you, and we are all born leaders. You have yourself that the world does not have. That is a gift. Start working on your gift every day, and you're not going to have all this shit. You're not going to have broken relationships. You're not going to be struggling. You're not going to be around whinging, low vibrational fake people. You're not going to have to go and look for a fucking fake coach that just wants to, oh, let's look at how much money we can make per month. Well done. That does not change people's lives, and it does not save lives. Giving back to others is an understanding of having that, being able to move forward, and that's how you're going to be able to grow. That's how you're going to be able to be a better version of yourself. That's you understanding that when you're doing that and moving forward, you are helping yourself. When you help others, you're helping yourself. And when you help them, they're helping you. And it is an amazing cycle, and it improves the world. But when people take, that's why the world is really where it's at. Too many takers, not enough givers. Now creating an understanding of an environment, of a group, yeah? When you want to give back and help others, people that need your help, not because you want something back, because, hey, they've been showing up, they need help. Give them a chop out, because you don't think about, oh, one day they might be famous and they might be able to help me out. No, because you just don't know how bad they are. You know, if you're a leader, put yourself out and put someone there, create that legacy, let someone step into that, because all of these people is going to give you that everyday balance and keep your switch on, yeah? So what I have found, there are still challenges, but I don't need to look for my tools for these challenges. My mind, my being, my truth will snap me into the right format, into the path, and I correct myself automatically, yeah? Maybe a minute or so, if there's something that, well, hold on, that's not right, I don't need to, wasting time on that. Why am I doing that? Let's get back on the path, yeah? We aren't spot on, we are human, but when you bring your awareness out, I don't need to look for the tools. Like, so you probably don't know, but I'm actually very, see if I say it, just for interaction, I've been very sick, I've been in bed, yeah? And you probably go, geez, Lee, you couldn't tell. Well, I've been to that point where I couldn't even get out of bed. So what I have tested myself or taught myself to do, if I stay in bed, and feeling sick, and I'm in this, you know, normally if you see I'm actually soaking wet, that whatever it is, the flu, if I keep being that identity, I'm still going to be that. But I go, okay, I'm going to get up, I'm going to do a bit of a success priming, I'm going to teach, I'm going to get empowered. And then, do you know what I mean? I'm stepping out of that, I'm breaking out of that, I'm shaking that, oh, I'm sick, I'm feeling sorry for myself. And you probably couldn't tell that. I don't know if you can, but you know, my head looks a bit rough, but yeah, if I could have sit there and go, oh, I don't feel well. Do you know what I'm saying? Get yourself out of it. Train yourself all the time. That's what it's about. Because if you haven't got your hands up, you have to look for it. Life will come and just go boom. If you haven't, you know, you don't know where to block, people get knocked down. Yeah. So one of my posts said, prevent what is going to happen in the future. You can't really do that. But what it comes to a point is people get stuck in the past and they don't get over things because they aren't looking into the future. Yeah, there's always going to be challenges every day. But if you're not looking that way, you end up looking backwards. Yeah, or you stay in there. Forward thinking, okay, how do we get ourselves out of it? Remove yourself out of the quicksand. But if you're not forward thinking, if you're not wanting to get out, you stay in that problem. The law of reciprocity. I always cannot get this right. I'm going to say repeat. giving without exception, anything in return. And that's it. You know the saying goes, you give everyone what they need and you'll get everything times 10 what you want. Yeah? And that's not even, you don't even do that. Like, I'll be honest with you, how many people I allow into my workshops, into my retreats and the rest of that because they need it. Not because I want to get anything out of it, because they need that and I am in that game, and that proves your truth. That proves, hey, you know what? You've been showing up. You need what I can give, and that's it. I don't want anything from you. The only thing that I want from you is you showing up being the best version of yourself, because that fills my purpose, yeah? I want you to keep showing up because you being the best version of you will save your life. But that energy that you're in, leaders creating leaders, you go back into your environment, you will improve the lives of others without even thinking about it, without even, as they say, trying. Let's not say trying, without even consciously being aware of it, yeah? Because your consciousness, your energy, even you showing up on this live stream, you're already moving into a greater existence, yeah? So, another big thing as well, Sandy, good to have you on, is understanding relationships. Relationships. That in every interaction with a human, it's a completely different relationship. And what happens, the reason why relationships, friendships, business agreements, coaching agreements, they fail, because people will bring their own shit into the relationship, yeah? They will bring their own shit, and that's what happens, that, no, it's not me, it's him, it's her, it's them. And it's called pain infliction. That there's pain in understanding Reese. All right, look at that. I'm gonna learn how to say that. Reciprocity. No, it isn't. Reciprocity. Right. Anyway, English lesson. I'll get it. Don't worry. Thank you for breaking it up for me. Awesome. So, with having these relationships is the reason why they fail, and you can see the way they fail. And the simple thing, unfortunately, the way people show up and give attention to your posts on Facebook or not is the simple thing of what they feel about you. Because if people are in that thing of, okay, I love what they're doing, I love this person, they're going to be on your shit flat out. They're not fans. Sorry, they're not clients, they're raving fans. And I see that. And I see a lot of things that I test people out to see where they are or not. And you can feel their energy of what's going on in their head by simply having an understanding and seeing their patterns, how they show up on your stuff on social media or not. And you can see that, and you can see them slowly fading away, and then you get the message. Well, this is not for me, this is going on, rah, 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 before you know it, this person, do you know what I mean? And you see it. It's if I had $1 for every time I've showed my other coaches or that, and you can see it happening. But the reason why relationships break up, the reason why marriages break up, the reason why families are dysfunctional, the reason why humans are like two opposing magnets, because one person isn't taking the leadership role and saying, you know what, fuck this. What's the point of us both being in a negative? Let's understand and how to be. Why are we focusing on the problem? You know what? This is stupid. Seriously, you're an amazing person. I'm an amazing person. Why are we focusing on our flaws? Why are we focusing on the negatives? The reason why we focus on negatives, the reason why people like to argue, the reason why people like to get their opinions across, because it's that feeling of when you put someone down, which they are actually after. Yeah, so it's that, oh, it's not for me, and it's a feeling, yeah? And it's, people don't actually have conscious connection to it, and that's why they do it. And this is why people are failing in relationships, is because you are focusing on the negative. What about this? Your words, which is a technology of advancement or discretion. So what that means is, discretion is challenging and judgmental. Advancement is moving person into a better state of energy. So by your words, by your energy, because if someone's arguing, going, oh, fuck this and the rest of it, and I'll go back to my story on Saturday, I could have easily gone, you know what, this is fucking too hard, don't need to be wasting my time, blah, blah, blah. So you know what I said? I took an outside perspective. What is my role? I'm a leader, so I'm going to lead this, yeah? I'm a coach, so I'm going to coach this. Hey, you know what? What you're not seeing right now, you're so much better than this. You're so much better than focusing on the negative. And what I need you just to let me do is understand what you can't see now. I'm going to give you a forward trajectory, because stopping, it doesn't serve you. Coming from your feminine doesn't serve you. And you're so much better. Just try this on. And obviously this is me. This is how I led the situation. You're not failing in life. You just don't know what you don't know. But why would you keep doing the same thing? That is the biggest number one thing why you and everyone else keeps failing. Because you keep doing the same thing that isn't getting you the result. And I know that as well. I will write down, where am I failing? And it's because I'm in my old thought patterns. It's because I'm in my old routine or my old behavioral system or energy and inner mind strategies. And I go, why would I keep doing that if I want to be better? Simple. But what happens is, because we don't put enough time and energy into creating a solution, we just keep doing it. So I said to this person, I said, look, what about this? Let me know if this fits. Let me try this on. Getting up every day because you want to come from here to here, and because you haven't gone from there to there, you've gone, this is not right, you're having the same issues. What about this? By focusing on what you want every day, by having a routine, by holding yourself accountable 3 times a day to me, and this is one of my one-on-one clients, which is in my inner circle, and doing what you want to do, but filling your day up of who you want to be. The reason why people fail, because there is too much time in their day and in their mind, and they're functioning at who they don't want to be. It's self-sabotage, it's anger, it's scarcity, it's all these other things, judgment, so on and so forth. And you can see it a mile away. And when you come to a person and say, this is what you're doing, no, and I'm thinking, how can you say that to someone that first, it doesn't matter how long I've saved it, that is, I was the worst student, so I know when people are fucking up. I know what energy state people are at. Doesn't matter how much thousands of dollars of education that I've spent in the coaches and the people I've got behind me, that we can see that. And why would anyone, it's like someone saying, Michael, they're playing with Michael Jordan. And Michael Jordan goes, well, I want you to do this, put the ball through here, and you're going to slam dunk, you're going to shoot. And they go, no, you don't do it like that. Michael, you don't do it like that. What do you know, mate? And it's the simple thing, and I'm thinking, fuck, the nerve of some of these people. But then I go, hold on, let's be an observer here. The reason why these people are failing, it is because that is their uneducated negative ego that they want to be able to put out there, and they want to do that because they know that they're doing something wrong. They know it's stupid, they've got a gun to their head, or they are questioning and the thing is, the reason why they're doing that is because of the feeling. The reason why they're doing that, because that keeps them in their comfort zone. It keeps them rotting in that comfort zone of let's just keep going in circles. And then you say to them, how are you? Yeah, I'm okay. No, you're not. And the reason why I see people that will question an expert, a coach, someone that's got the results, it is because they don't want to turn the mirror back on them and go, oh my God, I've got all this work to do. Yeah? And it's a simple thing. So knowing that and getting people out of failure, getting people out of procrastination, getting people about going in circles is, okay, let's find out what the root cause is. What is the root cause of causing you to fail? It is because of heartaches, because your parents said you're not good enough. It's because of relationship breakups. It's because of bullying. It's because, and that's in the past, but guess what? If you want what you want in life, then stop doing what you don't want. Simple. So if you want to be an inspiring coach and you feel like you don't have the confidence to coach, stop opening your mouth and say, I don't have the confidence to coach, and do it. It doesn't need to be brand new. It's not going to be fantastic. It's not going to be super duper, but you need to understand at the end of the day, like when I first started, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. Yeah, I was personal training people, we were doing the mindset, and that was getting a great result. But the interaction of coaching, yes, there's techniques, yes, there's ways, there's standards, there's this, there's that. That's all good to come, but just, it's a human interaction. Share what you've gone through in life, what you know, your results with another human. It's basic, and all the other stuff is just on top of that. Cool? It's same people that want to generate money and they don't. Stop talking about it's hard. Stop talking about I don't have money, and start creating systems and momentum tunnels to be able to give value congruently and integrity to others, so you're helping them, and that's going to give you a return. But more importantly, be inspired to help them. Yeah? Yes, we need money to put food on the table, to put clothes on our backs. Yes, we understand that. But this is the thing, people. Humankind are failing because you're doing too much talking of what you don't want and no action of what you desire. Too much talking of what you don't want and not enough action of what you desire. Because you can keep showing up, but are you growing? Do you have the result? Because this is the really, and this is going to hurt some people, and hopefully it does. You're showing up, growing, but where the fuck is that getting you? Doing that action, where's it getting you? Just showing up and you're growing? Where are you doing? Are you doing what truly is what you're after? No. Then why are you doing anything else? Are you truly showing up, feeling like you are getting the result done, getting it done? Because yes, there is a step to step to step, but at the end of the day, why are you doing it? It's for that. It's to have that interaction. It's to help that person. It's to get that love back. It's to, you know what I mean? I always say, if you want to have a baby, you don't just keep taking your wife on dates. Let's go on a date. 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 I'll take you here. Let's go to cinemas. No, you need to go and have sex. That is the interaction, because if you don't do that, you know, you're going on dates and you're doing all that, but you're saying, but I want to make a baby. But then there's like, do you know what I mean? You're putting all this energy out, but because you aren't doing the do, because you aren't having that final ceremony, you aren't having that fulfillment. So what I say to you all, what is the whole purpose of why you're doing every activity in your life? What is the why? What is the end part? What is that tip at the end of the sword? Why are you in your relationship? Why do you show up on social media? Why are you a family person? Why aren't you a family person? Why are you a so-called coach? Why are you doing that? What is the feeling that you're desiring? Because when you can connect with the why and the feeling and the passion and the purpose, all that other stuff you remove. You get that scatter out of your mind and you go, fuck, I understand now. Because what happens is, once you grow and you get to a point and you evolve, yeah? So whatever you learn, you get a bit better. So are you just going to stay there at that point? You know, if you want to be like an inspiring boxer, so, okay, cool, I know how to stand, I know how to, you know, hold my hands up. And are you just going to stay, or are you going to evolve? What is it that you're searching for? Why do you want to be a coach? Why do you want to help others? Why do you want to be a wife? Why do you want to be a father? Why do you want to be a businessman? Don't worry about the haves and wants and the materialistic aspect. Understand that, create the moments and experiences, and I'll share something with you. Once I learned more about the moments and experiences, is I was creating that without even knowing. So the number one thing that gives me the most fulfillment and the most gratification of being a coach or a person of credibility is seeing someone face challenges, I won't say problems, and beat them, yeah? Or have a smile on their face, or go back and teach their family, their friends, what they've learned and better their lives. And another thing is, the moments and the experiences when you get a phone call and someone says, because of you, I'm still here. Because of you, I haven't given up. That's the moment and experiences that I fucking search for, not how much money I've got in my bank account, or how many clients I've got, or how much I made this month. Yes, that's an understanding, because I have all my spreadsheets and that there. You need to know that, and I didn't never know that. That's why, you know, my business a while back was just all over the place, because you need to know your numbers and you need to be a little bit of a robot. That's business. That's the way it works. I don't like it, even saying it threw up in my mouth a little bit. And it comes down to the passion of having that reason why. Why am I in this relationship and this person's fucking doing my head in, or they're a druggie, or this person's this or that? Why am I doing it? Because I feel like I'm not going to get another person? Start to respect yourself more. Yeah? Why? Why am I here? And because it's good for now? What about if you loved yourself, that you don't need to be putting up with that abusive partner, or that person that doesn't want to respect themselves and they keep doing that? Or why are you in this interaction where it feels like every day you're struggling and I don't know what I'm doing, it's hard? What do you want more, that pain, or do you want that life? Yeah? What is it? What do you want? Do you want that pain, or do you want that life that you desire? Everyone's going to say the life that I desire. Then why are you still doing that same thing? Why are you still just settling for anything but greatness? You need to firstly, you know, a tree, and you've seen this, yeah? So you can look at this in two terminologies, yeah? You can look at this and see this as this is a pathway from you to get to where you want to get. But if you don't instill, and if you don't create what you truly desire at the starting point, which is your root cause, this is where it starts and ends. This is your control center, yeah? Your CC and your root cause. If you don't truly ignite and program what you desire, you will never get to your desired outcome. The reason why, because if this is anywhere off where you want to go, if that's not your passion, your why, these are going to be only at 30% of your potential. You know, and then you're never going to get to your result, and it's not going to give you that fulfillment. So you need to give, hey Catherine, how you going? Just saw your message. You need to understand what is your true call. Why are you wanting to do this? What is that belief? Do you love yourself enough to be that person? Do you love yourself enough to say, well, you know what? I deserve to be healthy. I deserve to, to be abundant. I deserve to give back to others because I know I can give back to others. I deserve to create an amazing family environment where people can come and plant their seed, and through my growth and education, I can water them and they can blossom into amazing humans, yeah? Or I deserve to have a relationship with myself that I don't give a fuck what this person or that person or what you say if I'm not hurting you all and it means to me, yeah? I want a relationship with my beautiful queen, with my beautiful friends, with my family, and most of you on today, that everyone is growing and everyone is moving forward. That's what I matter, not some stranger or someone that is broken or someone that doesn't know a fucking thing about me or some person that just wants to run their opinion. That doesn't mean anything. When you can start creating that, you become bulletproof. And having that understanding of what is your passion and your purpose. What is your passion? Don't just use words, live it. And the way you're going to discover it, it's not just going to go, oh my God, there it is every day you're working towards it. And before you know it, you're expanding. And then, oh my God, I'm living my passion. I'm living my purpose, yeah? Because we truly don't know. Yes, we have an idea what we want. But as we're walking forward into our growth, you start to expand and you start to go, no, I don't want this. And you start to calculate a little bit different in line. No, I want that. And before you know it, it's sort of what you wanted, but it changes, it expands. Your awareness opens and you go, oh my God. Yeah? Like the biggest thing that I keep talking about is what we want to create here at Team Beast Mode International Beauties and the Beast of the Retreats is to be the #1 transformational space because of results proven activity. And results just, we've helped that many people. That's fantastic, but along the way, things are going to change a little bit. Things are going to, as we go on. So all that as we're growing, you need to have an understanding, people, that they will change. Yeah, that you create a family and you create that, and then obviously, yeah, you wanted to be a father, but I just wanted 2 children. No, I want 4 now. Or there might be something else, and you always need to go with the change. But if you're not going with the change, if you aren't walking forward, then you're not feeling great. The reason why most people are failing in life right now, because they aren't growing enough to make them feel fulfilled. And guess what? This is okay, because you can press the stop button now, pause, stop, and you can start working on every day. The reason why people fail as well, and I always say fail, because they aren't looking at their root cause, building that up. They aren't going to, okay, you know what? I can change my life, but it's not going to change overnight. I need to focus on what I want as much as I can throughout the day, every day, and press repeat and get better tomorrow. Press repeat, get better tomorrow. Press repeat, get better tomorrow. It's when you stop the routines and when you focus on anything but what that you desire, you basically pop your button, or you let it's like a whoopee cushion. And that's how life feels. It doesn't feel great, does it? So you need to be making sure, people, the reason why people are failing in life right now, because you're focusing on everything you don't want. You're saying what you don't want, or you're doing nothing to get what you want. I want to lose weight. Well, that's going to fucking work. Not. Do you know what I'm saying? Firstly, you need to get to the root cause. Why do you want to lose weight? Not to look like a bimbo, because most of those bimbos and these big meatheads, contradictive, all right, call me a meathead. The reason why they do that is that's not them loving themselves, yeah? That's them creating that because they don't want to face who they really are. That is just giving them that feeling, a superficial feeling. And most of them are really fucked up. The health and fitness industry, I call it showbag syndrome. That they're all showing, oh, look at me. But really deep down, if you go deep down with these people, they're just doing that to smother pain. Yeah, to have some significance. Why do you think every bodybuilder is 4 foot or 5'5"? Because they can't get any bigger, so they want to get bigger like that so they have significance, yeah? Why do you think most girls do all the other stuff? Because they don't create beauty within them, so they want to create all this... They look like a duck. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's what it is, because I'll be honest with you. Where I train, there's some big guys, yeah? And I talk to them, and it's like talking to a fucking brick wall. You know, and it's just... Well, what do you want? What do you mean what am I? What are you using? How much protein you have? I don't want to talk about that. Fucking how are you going, man? What's your name? What do you do? Rah, rah, rah. Or how big's your biceps? Well, fuck, I don't know, 22 or I don't know. Hey, do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not here to talk about that. How's your day been, man? What do you do? Where you're from? What's going on? Blah, blah, blah. Do you know what I'm saying? And those people, it's very superficial and it's sad. So what I say to you is discover your root cause. Because once you discover your root cause, the next step gets easier, and you get towards your desired outcome easy and effortless because it's not forced. It's not pushed. You will pull your goal towards you. Yeah? You are here. Desired outcome here. When you are working on who you desire to be, you do not go that way. Your desired outcome will be pulled towards you. Yeah? Your desired outcome will be pulled towards you because you are putting out that consciousness, you're putting out that energy, you're putting out what you want, and you feel like you're walking towards it, but you're on your journey. Your desired outcome is actually moving closer to you at a faster rate than you're moving to it. Cool? Makes sense? Of course it does, because these are the trial and errors that I've gone over. Conversations with lifeless people drive me crazy. Yes, they do, and that's what we do with that. Nikki, instead of, I'm not saying that's judging them, we lead them, yeah? And when people start talking like that, I will always lead them out of that blah, 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 and show them, hey, hold on, there's something better to focus on instead of so on and so forth. So it's quite powerful. So people, what I want you to commit to today is putting every spare moment, every spare thought, every spare energy cell into who you want to be. By focusing and forcing the intent of who you want to be, not who you want. Be mindful and stand guard at the doors of your mind to have the people that you are around you, because they will rob you, energy vampires distracting you because they're not living their lives. Because I'll give you an example. Not yesterday, Sunday, I was walking down the street and I remember, some people, they wait to cross the road, and a girl went across the red light, yeah? And I just went around the corner, I could have easily hit her. She knew it was a red light and she just grabs her phone. Like, he's not going to hit me. And I went, fuck that. I said, I bipped the horn. I said, are you okay? Does the world just stop for you? And what happened was, then I just stopped. I went, well, you know what? Fuck, I'm not going to let that bother me. But I looked at her and she knew what she'd done. And I'm just like, you can't expect much from people. There are a lot of lost, uneducated people. The only people that I want to help are people that are showing up, people that are willing to be vulnerable. Because what my coach says to me, Lee, did you get the result? Why are you talking? You just asked me a question, but I said, did you get the result? I don't want you to tell me the result. I want you to show me it. And I'll go, oh. He goes, what did I tell you? Show me the result. And he goes, if you have to talk to show the result, you don't have the result. Do you get it? If you have to talk to show someone the result, you don't have the result. So that's what I'm going to leave you all with today. If you have to speak, if you have to post, if you have to wave your hands to show someone the result, you don't have it. If you have to say, look at my bank account, look at my body, I did this and the rest of that, then you don't have the result. Yes, in sort of understanding, because most people don't understand this. Yes, in social media, you might sound there, oh, look, I did this, and today I did that, blah, blah, blah. That is to recertify the result. Would you say, Nikki, yes, we are inspiring them to greatness. Exactly. And it's simply that. People will know that you are growing, you have the results from how they show up, their energy, yeah? Simply have that understanding, because you know what? You can stand in front of a human being and they can have energy and they cannot say one word, but through their energy, you know the path they're on or not. You know the type of person that they are. And the more you get more energy intuitive, you'll understand this. So what I want you to say, Don't talk about your result. Don't show the world anything. Show yourself everything, yeah? Catherine goes, totally for me. I have been working on my feminine energy to the archetypes, which is, let me have a look at that. The feminine energy, the archetypes, which is going to the root cause of the inner child. These days, they will see just more than the rest of the mind. Well, absolutely love that. And Peter, whether there's a snake between your feet or there's a thought of a snake between your feet, you will feel the same way. Exactly, stuff. Absolutely love that, bro. And I am loving the interaction. Smart man, smart man. And that's exactly what it's about. That you want to get into a routine keeps things, you know, because a confused mind does nothing. A confused mind does nothing. Get into the routine and just, oh, I have to do this and do that. You want to be organized. Get up, focus on what you want, put that energy into it. You know, you could be sitting on the toilet. Don't sit there and fill your mind with mindful shit. Sit there, you know what I mean? You sit there on the toilet, close your eyes, okay, realigning what I'm doing, blah, blah, blah. It's the same thing as someone does something and you, fuck that person, hurt my feelings or whatever. Stop. Shake it out. That feeling doesn't serve me. Get it out. I always get a bright white light and I put it into me of healing. Boom, this bright light, and it just bang, it just destroys any bad energy, anything at all. It just comes into me and goes boom. Yeah, it just destroys, like comes into my heart center and just pushes out all the negativity, and I go, yep, all right, boom, just push it out. That doesn't feel me. How do I need to feel? Convicted, you know, understanding, right energy, feeling fantastic, and it works really well. So people, don't call it failure. It's a challenge. You can always change. And if something didn't work good yesterday, then you can change it today. But the key is by focusing the intent on what you do want, talking yourself into existence every day, having that understanding of writing yourself into existence, visually seeing what you want yourself into existence, pressing repeat, pressing repeat, pressing repeat. And guess what? Your actions and your results will speak your truth. Yeah? Not your Donald Duck, but your actions, your results, your energy, and how you show up to the world and universe, but more importantly, how do you show up to yourself every day will show you your truth, and then your results will follow. Have an amazing day. Thank you guys. Thank you for your interactions. Thank you for your time. More importantly, thank you for you just being you, and we are going to the top together. Have an amazing day. Any questions at all for you Melbourne people that are coming over to the workshop on Saturday and Sunday, and I just saw Amber pop up there, and everyone else that's going to be there. Have an amazing time before that, because the weekend's going to be absolutely fantastic. Go with the intention of being able to be vulnerable. Don't question anything. Playful out. Do you know what I'm saying? Because if I'll throw you into a river, which you are, not literally, and you go, oh, and you try to swim uphill, you miss all the magic. You miss the tour. You miss flowing, going with the flow. So Nat and Catherine, you're going to be joining us this weekend. It'll be absolutely perfect to have you there again. So have an amazing day, guys. And for everyone that coming over to the retreat, we're almost sold out. Got 2 more positions. So seeing everyone's sexy bottom in Bali on the 4th to the 9th. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. Things are starting to heat up. There's my father. I'm going to get on a call with him in a moment. And yeah, everything's starting to really, really ramp up, because focusing on what you want, discard what you don't. Have an amazing day.